the turn of 1989, Middlesbrough lay mid-table in the First Division. Who'd have thought that 8 months later they'd be kicking off a new season in the Second Division with just one win in their last 17 games. 89-90 though promised an early return, with all the highlights coming up in the next hour. On August the 19th, the road back to the First Division began at home to newly promoted Wolves. New signings Trevor Putney and Alan Comfort in the Borough side. 21,000 at Ayrsham. It was a winning start. Only 9 minutes had gone when Bernie Slavin poached with typical style to put Middlesbrough 1-0 up. It was a bright opening against the Second Division new boys, and Borough might have gone further ahead shortly later when Nicky Moen, of all people, got inside the box. Alan Comfort, another new boys cross, and Moen blasted just over the bar. Middlesbrough weren't to be denied though. A good setup down the left-hand side involving Peter Davenport, and another early chance. This time for Mark Proctor, arriving late and just wide. Proctor still looking for his first goal since his return to Middlesbrough. Found it soon after. This time from the other wing, Slavin the setup. And how about that for an opening day finish? 2-0 to Middlesbrough. Well in command. And Wolverhampton Wanderers learning that life in the Second Division was to be quite tough. Back they came though. In the opening minute of the second half, Andy Much with the faintest of touches past Kevin Poole, and the Wolverhampton Wanderers fans had heart on the terraces. Wolves might have had another when Steve Bull charged through. Good save, and Much from the rebound twice was denied. New boy Alan Comfort was showing up well down the left, and when Mark Proctor found him midway through the second half, 69 minutes gone on the clock, Middlesbrough restored that 2-goal advantage. Great cross from the left, and Peter Davenport rising at the far post, nodded home number 3. Wolves, though, still had something to add. Robbie Dennison, the danger man, cutting in from the right-hand side, goes for the 1-2, and it's Nicky Moen who brings him down finally. Spot kick awarded. Andy Much had brought them back into it. Andy Thompson had the responsibility from 12 yards against Kevin Poole. 3-2, and Middlesbrough shaking just a little. They needed a decisive last goal, and it came. Davenport reacting quickest. Good vision. Sees Slavin available. And that's 4-2 and an opening win. Defeat followed at Leeds 4 days later though, 2-1, an opening goal for Alan Comfort. Another 2-1 defeat came at Roker Park in front of 21,000. Bernie Slavin got another. Into September, in 11th place, Gary Pallister went to Manchester United for £2.5 million, and Alan Kernaghan came in against Sheffield United. John Francis headed Sheffield United ahead after 9 minutes. Kevin Poole pushed over his own line by Alan Kernaghan, but Middlesbrough came straight back into it. Bernie Slavin, left foot, 1-1 with 25 minutes gone. From then on, Borough had a series of chances. From the left, Alan Comfort finds Slavin. Comfort again involved. Bernie Slavin this time misses out, and it's Alan Comfort foiled by the Sheffield United goalkeeper. But again, just after half-time, the Borough defence was exposed. The cross finds Ian Bryson, who heads past Poole to put Sheffield United back in front. After 57 minutes, it looked like curtains for the home side. Again, the trouble comes down the Middlesbrough left. And again, from Francis's knockdown, Bryson is there. 3-1 to Sheffield United in what was to become a momentous season for them. But not so much on this occasion, because the home side staged a remarkable comeback. Alan Comfort, the cheekiest of chips, 3-2. And with just 11 minutes remaining, the comeback was completed, and once again, Middlesbrough fans had their idol to thank for it, Bernie Slavin. Famed for his shooting power, this one with a head. A 3-3 draw, one of the most entertaining games of the season. 17,800 had seen it. Stuart Ripley was to come in for Peter Davenport as Middlesbrough picked up another point a week later at Barnsley, Burke the scorer. Just one win then in the opening 5 games as Bruce Rioch named an unchanged side against Bournemouth and a chance to move into the top half of the table. Borough nearly took the lead early on when Mark Brennan cut into the penalty area, shot across the box, and Bernie Slavin thumps the post in annoyance as the chance goes begging. But then a dreadful defensive lapse, Luther Blissett in, and the former England international striker puts Bournemouth ahead despite the valiant attempt by Alan Kernigan on the line to stop him. 1-0 to Bournemouth with 38 minutes gone on the clock. Back came Borough though. Look for Bernie Slavin, gets back out of the offside position. Alan Comfort ignores Proctor, and Bernie Slavin is on hand for his 6th goal in 6 games. Into the second half, Blissett might have had another. The mistake is made by Trevor Putney, and Blissett is desperately unlucky as Kevin Poole saves. Borough needed the points, they got them, and another cracker from Mark Proctor provided all 3. The midfielder showing he's one of the best strikers of the ball outside the First Division. 2-1 it finished, 16,077 fans had watched it. Borough now 10th and confidently expecting an easy victory at home to Halifax in the second round of the Littlewoods Cup. Yes, some fans weren't to be disappointed against the little 4th Division outfit. Only 7 minutes had gone when Alan Comfort stroked home his 3rd goal for the club after his summer move from Leyton Orient in London. Borough well in command. Stuart Ripley does the donkey work for this one. At the second attempt, in comes the cross, and Bernie Slavin makes the most of it. 2-0 at half-time, and Middlesbrough made it 3 in the second half. But only after Gary Parkinson had been denied by the woodwork. Was it over the line? Was it a goal? Certainly that was a free kick. Not to be denied though. Bernie Slavin makes sure with a gentle chip. Was he offside? But the game's biggest talking point came at the other end. Halifax Town thought this should have been a goal. They claimed it was over the line. Middlesbrough made sure anyway with 4 minutes to go. Gary Parkinson's cross, and Kernigan heads home his first of the season. 4-0 to go into the second leg. Borough unbeaten in 4 games and unchanged for the 4th game running at Portsmouth. The worst defeat in the first 4 months of the season, 3-1, Bernie Slavin once more. The squad strengthened by the arrival of Simon Coleman from Mansfield on the bench for the home game against Hull. Borough needing the points to move up from 14th. Mark Proctor has already shown us his shooting boots twice on this tape. Against the Tigers, he makes it 3. A welcome 1-0 win. 3 days later, though, a 1-0 defeat at Watford's Vicarage Road. At the end of September, Borough 15th, exactly a division lower than 12 months before. At least Halifax finished off in the Littlewoods in midweek, 1-0 through Bernie Slavin's 10th goal of the season. But that was to be their last success for 7 weeks. The miserable run beginning at home to Plymouth. Bernie Slavin, with that early chance, showed just how much Middlesbrough's luck would be out on the day. And after 65 minutes, Plymouth Argyle took the lead. Mark Proctor heads clear, but Trevor Putney's beaten on the outside, and former Charlton player Mark Stewart puts Plymouth Argyle ahead. Worse was to follow 6 minutes from time, and it was former Newcastle star Andy Thomas who sealed things up for the Devon side. 2-0 to Plymouth, and that first home defeat of the season prompted Bruce Rioch to make 4 changes for the next visitors. Brighton and Hove Albion, Parkinson, Cooper, Brennan and Ripley all back. The performance was much improved. Middlesbrough would have won comfortably had it not been for Brighton and Hove Albion goalkeeper John Keeley. Alan Comfort's cross, and Keeley pulls off a breathtaking save. Mark Proctor's free kick. And once again, Keeley saves, this time from Tony Mowbray. In the second half, Proctor tees up a free kick. Alan Comfort behind him. Proctor bends it. And John Keeley once more saves the side from the south coast. But from the resulting corner, in goes Mowbray, and Middlesbrough take the lead, the deadlock broken on 49 minutes. The fans relieved, to say the least. 4 minutes later, it looked all over. Good run this by Trevor Putney. And Keith Dublin, the former Chelsea defender, a blatant trip. Was it inside or outside the box? It was a penalty anyway. Trevor Putney incensed. And Gary Parkinson slots home the spot kick neatly. 2-0 to Middlesbrough, surely cruising to a much-needed home win. 2 minutes later, though, Brighton had other ideas. Alan Kirbishley with the best goal of the night, 2-1. Middlesbrough started to get the jitters now. And as the time ticked away to full-time, Brighton got an equaliser. 90 minutes, Kevin Bremner. It was Brighton & Hove Albion's first away point of the season. Borough out of 20th place, but a 6th defeat in 7 away games put them back there at Oldham Athletics Plastic, 2-0. That defeat hardly preparation for Wimbledon at home in the Littlewoods 3 days later. Just under 13,000 turned up at Ayresome Park. Only 2 minutes had gone when Terry Gibson rolled home for the First Division Dons, though, past a stranded Kevin Poole. 3 minutes into the second half, and Middlesbrough had rattled the First Division side. Trevor Putney's ball in, Ripley the layoff, and another neat finish by Bernie Slavin. 1-1 then it finished in the first game, and that set up an interesting replay at Plough Lane just under a fortnight later. Bernie Slavin's 11th goal in 11 games. A fascinating start to the season for him. Middlesbrough manager Bruce Rioch naming an unchanged side for the next second division game. It came at Ayresome Park, it came against West Bromwich Albion. Middlesbrough 20th in the table, just over 14,000 turned up to see it.
Cooper tries the right foot shot, oh, and it was a cracker! Really hit that well, did Cooper. Throw from Parkinson. Ripley's there. Sends it across. Oh, and a good save. And another one. Slavin's got it in, but it's not going to count. And Bernie Slavin really should be celebrating his 12th goal of the season. There we are. Talbot gets it forward for West Bromwich Albion. Mowbray with a header. Oh, and he didn't get it away. And Kevin Poole to come rushing from his line there, nearly at risk. Oh, and a good save from Kevin Poole. That's a mighty throw. Oh, off the bar. My word. Wind assisted it was, but what a throw that was. Play that by Mark Brennan. Slavin with the left foot. Can't quite get it across, but Borough still in possession. This is Brennan. Good ball. Proctor. A chance here. Oh, and he's missed it. Well, you'd have put money on Trevor Putney burying that shot. Defensive wall coming out quickly. Beautiful ball through for Ripley. Ripley in with a chance here. Oh, another one. And he hits it straight against the keeper.
Slavin may have scored 11 in the first 10 weeks of the season, but the lack of another proven scorer only too evident in that 0-0 draw. Alan Kernigan found the net, though, in a useful point at Vale Park, 1-1 into November in 19th, and a second North East derby away to Newcastle, 23,000 at St James's Park.
Oh, this is McGee, and he scored! Mark McGee scores in the 3rd minute to give Newcastle a marvellous opening here. Parkinson. Ripley. Oh, he's done it again and got the cross in. It was Christensen who got it away. Oh, what a shot! Proctor, the scorer. Comfort's on the left, this is Slaven. Comfort drives it across. Brennan with a shot, he scored! Mark Brennan shoots Middlesbrough into the lead here, just 2 minutes into the second half. Off the head of Parkinson. Middlesbrough living dangerously here. McGee trying to force his way through. Oh, it's there! From the substitute, Liam O'Brien.
No win now in 7 games. Alan Comfort injured against Newcastle. He was destined never to play again. And a tough task ahead in the Littlewoods. Plough Lane, third-round replay against Wimbledon, a 1-0 defeat, and dreams of Wembley had gone for the moment, replaced by thoughts of Swindon at home in the league. Oh, a terrible mix-up at the back by Middlesbrough, and Duncan Shearer is on hand to put Swindon ahead. Get through to the quarter-finals last season before going down here to Crystal Palace, so that's an avenue of optimism. As again, oh, it's an own goal! It's come off the substitute, and a tragedy for Middlesbrough. A 2-0 defeat, Borough confidence rock bottom, and suddenly the whisper was circulating in football that they could face a second successive relegation season, especially if they lost at West Ham.
Keane wrote the challenge well. Oh, beautiful play by Keane. He's got Ward to the right. Slater rushing through. That's who he's aiming for. Slater must score, and Slater scores! Oh, what a delightful goal! This is Putney. Play on, says the referee. Proctor with a chance, and just wide of the far post. Slater taking on Parkinson. Gets the cross into Brady. Brady tries a shot. Oh, the magnificent save! What a marvellous shot now from Liam Brady. Ward darting through the middle. So too is Paris. Looks for Martin Allen. This is Paris. And a penalty given. So it's Julian Dix against Kevin Poole. 59.5 minutes of this game gone. And Dix this fly, oh, blasts it in true Ray Stewart fashion. Kevin Poole, no chance at all, so 2-0 it is to the Hammers. Nolan's long clearance, Foster's header, Slaven now. Tries the shot, that's a good one, and oh, he's at the post too! And that was that over? No, it wasn't, said the linesman. Saved on the line from Kernigan. So Phil Parkes can breathe again.
A third successive scoring blank. Into late November, a morale-boosting win was needed. It came surprisingly at in-form Blackburn. It provided Borough with a first league away win. Alan Kernigan's first hat-trick, another goal for Bernie Slave in a first win in 11 games. Pressure off for the home match against Oxford. Borough then unchanged.
Some fine football here. This is Davenport. Davenport trying to turn it back. Once again, it's that big man Foster in the way. Slaven's it! 1-0. And the overlap on the right. Davenport. Into space here for Kernigan. Oh, and a chance! Slaven didn't realise that ball was coming through to him, I don't think. That could give a little bit more credence to the attacking players. Aaron to Durnin. There's the cross. It's not really away. This is Phillips. Oh, fine shot from Phillips.
Slavin on to 13 goals for the season and a chance now to notch up a hat-trick of wins for the first time since October '88 at home to Port Vale in the Zenith Cup second round.
Shot coming in from Proctor. Oh, and he hit it well. Slaven through. Oh, just past the post. The goal roar was almost heard. Leicester leading goal scorer. Beat the offside trap there beautifully with the run. That's been the man trying to get back onto level terms there, just got a foot in. At the other end, John Jeffers has gone through and he scored! Oh my word, Port Vale have hit Borough on the break. Here's the replay. John Jeffers, a former Liverpool reserve. Crossed by Ripley, a chance here for Slaven, he doesn't make a mistake this time. Left foot into the top corner. Mark Proctor. Cross again. Chance there. Oh, Coleman steals in on the blind side. Look at the delight on his face. Burt trying to work it down that flank. Stopped by Walker. Brennan going through on Walker. Slaven with it. Oh, he slots it. Bernie Slaven puts Borough 3-1 ahead.
8,500 saw Coleman's first for the club and those two more for Bernie Slavin. Nearly 10 times that number will be at Wembley 4 months later as the ZDS run went on and on. In the meantime, 3 wins on the trot and a chance for the first double of the season away at Wolves.
As they call it, the John Ireland stand. Monotone drone from there. Hopefully the second half won't be too monotonous, and it's inside. Can Cook find time for the shot? He does! A beautiful finish! Cook with his first goal for Wolves. Well, Much does very well there. Plays it nicely inside for Dennison. He tricks his way free. He's having his shirt pulled by Coleman, but he keeps going, and will he get the penalty? Yes, the referee has awarded it. Well, I think Dennison had turned the Borough defence so many ways they weren't sure which way he was going to go. The referee, Mr. Bucks, warns them not to encroach, and Thompson it'll be against Poole. And he slots it home, 2-0 to Wolves. Oh, he's delighted. So
a 2-0 setback at Molineux, and by the end of 90 minutes at home to Leeds United, the good work of late autumn had been completely undone. Reminiscent of the old United side of Don Revie, taking everything opponents can throw at them in the early stages, and certainly at the moment they're under pressure. Trevor Putney back in this Middlesbrough side. Good cross by Proctor again. Oh, brought down by Bernie Slavin, suspicion of handball. And the referee spotted it early. Andy Williams, header first of all. Batty looking down through the middle for Carl Shutt. Oh, Shutt's got in there, moment of hesitation, and Carl Shutt puts Leeds United 1-0 up. A terrible mix-up at the back by Middlesbrough. Gordon Strachan with it. Pearson's jump, good flick on. Oh, Fairclough arrives, it's in. Chris Fairclough makes it 2 for Leeds United. 3 minutes before the break. Such a crucial time to score. The collapse of some fencing at Ayrsham had held the game up for 15 minutes. 17 fans had been slightly injured. When Borough went into the last home league game before Christmas against Leicester, they were in the bottom 4 and they needed points.
Who's been in great form of late. This is Davenport, looking at a much better prospect on that left flank. Oh, he's wriggled his way through. That was unlucky. It's not over yet, no, it's a goal! Oh, my word. And Leicester doing the pressing in these opening minutes of the second half, but a break here for Peter Davenport. Oh, that's a great ball, and Slaven's! Oh, he hit the post! Slaven again. Makes no mistake this time. 2-0. Stuart Ripley now. He's a player with pace. Davenport. Brennan. Chance here. Oh! Campbell now for Leicester City. Pairs committed. This is Mills. Mills goes tumbling, and I think the referee's pointing to the spot. He is. It's a penalty for Leicester City. It's Gary McAllister who has scored in both previous games. And there we are, that's his third goal in 3 matches. Oh, brilliant play by Slaven. Chance here for Ripley, and he scored, has he? Yes, he has, off the far post. And that's his first goal of the season. That was the man who started it all, Colin Cooper. Cooper again, can he get another one? Yes, he can! Oh my word, what an afternoon for him.
Cooper and Ripley finding the net for the first time this season, Borough's best win so far. Even better was to follow, with Sheffield Wednesday from the First Division humiliated by Bernie Slavin in the Zenith. Slavin through the middle, chance here. All alone though, Bernie Slavin, 4 defenders back, now 5. What can Bernie Slavin do? Wide to Davenport, still Borough. Back in the middle, Proctor's there, Slavin for Middlesbrough, and they go 1-0 up. Bernie Slavin puts the home side ahead, 16 minutes gone. Bennett and Atkinson, Cooper, Sheridan to Atkinson. Good spell this by Wednesday. You get the sense they're coming back into it. Bennett now for Sheffield Wednesday to run towards that edge of the box. Oh, David Bennett, it's in the back of the net. And Sheffield Wednesday are back in it. Bennett scoring after 34 minutes. Putney, good ball through, Bernie Slavin, chance here for Middlesbrough, Slavin into the box, Bernie Slavin, and they're back ahead again, just before the break, less than 60 seconds to go. What a time to put your side back ahead. Gary Parkinson to Kernigan, Kernigan on, here's Brennan in the box, he's got Bernie Slavin on a hat-trick, there it is! Bernie Slavin gets his hat-trick 8 minutes into the second half. Middlesbrough go 3-1 up. Bernie Slavin's 19th strike of the season, and what a classic sweeping move. Kernigan to Brennan. Brennan looks up, the perfect chip, and Slavin in space heads in from close range. Ian Atkinson. He telegraphed that, didn't he? Davenport was in the right place. He's got Slavin now. This is a chance, 3 against 2. Davenport, Slavin to his right. Bernie Slavin, could this be 4? And the keeper saves it. Kernigan in the back of the net. Now will that count? Alan Kernigan. Yes, says the referee. And Alan Kernigan gets his 6th of the season. Borough at last showing the form they were capable of, and he gave the fans an early Christmas present. Slavin's 20th goal of the season brought a Boxing Day win at Bradford, 6 wins in 8, but then defeated Ipswich 3-0 and another one at home to Stoke. That 61st minute deflection off Ellis was one of the cruelest of the season, and it gave the bottom club the victory. The action replay showed that the Stoke City striker wasn't in an offside position. Borough were given no chance at home to Everton in the FA Cup third round. A 0-0 draw took Bruce Rioch back to Goodison for the replay. Gary Parkinson netting on his 22nd birthday, 1-1. The flip of the coin gave Everton home advantage in the third game, but first Borough had home advantage for the derby against Sunderland. For Middlesbrough, in comes the long throw in from Gary Parkinson. Oh, it's eluded everyone. It's off the bar by Bernie Slavin. Davenport, 1-0 Middlesbrough. Peter Davenport after 16 minutes. He's had to wait an awful long time for his 2nd goal of the season, Peter Davenport. And as the near post ball eludes the Sunderland defenders, comes off the bar from Slavin, Peter Davenport nips in to not home. Will Middlesbrough make Sunderland pay? In comes the cross again, deflected. They're still in trouble here. Sunderland, they're in all sorts of trouble, and it's 2. Bernie Slavin, 36 minutes gone, puts the home side well in the driving seat. 3 or 4 years. Tony Mowbray has been so consistent since signing in November of 81. Putney, that's for Slavin. Slavin the first touch, uses pace well, Bernie Slavin. Norman smothers it. Kerr with the corner, Proctor, Kerr, Parkinson, he can hit them. Gary Parkinson, oh, he has there! Gary Parkinson, 2nd in 2 games, into the final seconds, and Gary Parkinson wraps it up for the home side, his third goal of the season, and that really puts the icing on it for Middlesbrough. Almost given time, as he would be in a practice match. Looked up, perfect strike, and it moved in the air past Tony Norman. Simply the best performance of the season in the league to date. Peter Davenport's first goal since the opening day, and though defeats followed at Everton 1-0, ending FA Cup hopes, and at Sheffield United also 1-0, another North East clash brought real hopes of Wembley in another cup. The Zenith Data, Newcastle, in the Northern semi-final.
Aitken wants the short one, delivers it again. In comes a cross. Oh, and Pear's just got a hand to it. Beautiful ball through, and Rip Kernaghan's chasing through the middle. Oh, well stopped by Burridge. Mark Brennan then with the free kick. And, Sweeney getting his legs tied up there, and a good effort that from Kernaghan. Chases on. This is Kernaghan. It was he who played that first ball out. Brennan to his left, Kernaghan shoots, oh, and did Burridge get a touch? He did. Brennan. This is Proctor. Oh, what a shot from Proctor. And Colin Cooper's raced through, Cooper going through, Cooper scores! Only a minute left to go, and Cooper shoots Middlesbrough into the lead.
1-0 and on to the area final. Championship chasing Aston Villa, the first leg away. No hope, they said. Bernie Slavin and Mark Brennan had their own script to write on a bog of a pitch.
Away by Proctor, up into the centre circle. Hooked away by Gage, Platt. Oh, and Birch is clear on the right. Olney's at the near post. The cross, he's done it! Paul Birch. What a delighted young man. And there's the man who supplied the pass, David Platt. So Parkinson will hit this free kick in. The header comes in, on the bar, it's in. Nielsen with him. Nielsen gets it away, not very far, only to Brennan. Back to Kerr. Slavin. To Kerr again, the shot comes in, and that's just over the top, and that really was a lovely move. Good turn from Daly. The cross comes in. Orman Roy back with Cowans. Oh, a tremendous save from Pearce. Good ball to Olney. Now, can he make something of this? No, he can't, because Coleman, who's played so well tonight, fires it away up to Kernaghan, and a Borough break again. Slavin going to the middle. Kernaghan still has it, drills it. That wasn't far away. And Kernaghan holds his head. Just a minute to go. Free kick quickly taken. Brennan drills it. Oh, it's there! What an incredible goal. The Villa wall lined up. Brennan from about 35 yards hit an absolute screamer that Spink got a hand to, I suspect, but couldn't stop it going in.
Perhaps the highlight of the season, Borough certainly in the middle of their best patch. Pompey now accounted for at home in the sunshine at the start of February.
Only as far as Ripley. Chamberlain picks the ball up. Stevens it was with the long ball downfield, looking for Whittingham. But Mohan's clearance not controlled particularly well by Stevens, and now Putney brings the ball away. A good run by the ex-Norwich and Ipswich player, and that's not far away from Borough's first goal. A great run by Trevor Putney. Putney across the edge of the box everywhere there, and McGee gets the ball across. Here's Kerr, and that's a goal for Borough. It had to come after all that first half pressure. And Paul Kerr finally breaks the deadlock here at Essen Park a minute before half-time. obviously nice for a manager to see things working out on the pitch on a Saturday afternoon that they work out time and again in training. Now here's goal scorer Kerr. Only as far as Kevin Ball, the Portsmouth captain. Tigers challenged there by Proctor. And now Slaven with the ball. Slaven gets bared away, plays a 1-2. Here's Slaven inside the box, does well, and that's a second goal for Borough. A great goal for Bernie Slaven. Well, Borough, 2 goals to the good, but maybe on the way the second half has panned out, they may well have been 4 up, and they may get a chance here through Davenport. Oh, Davenport hits the post.
3 days later, 20,000 fans turned up at Ayresome Park to see if Middlesbrough could book their first ever Wembley appearance. Aston Villa 2-1 down in the ZDS Northern Final. Bernie Slaven and Villa old boy Paul Kerr finished them off.
The cross from Price. Oh, and that nearly caught Pears out. Swung in under that crossbar. Corner to Villa. Villa, the First Division side, going so well in the top flight, but trailing here to Middlesbrough. 0-0 on the night. Oh, they've equalised. That's 1-0 to Aston Villa on the night. 2-2 on aggregate. Chance here. Oh! A shot from Kerr. Chance here for Slaven, and Slaven scores! 102 minutes gone. Slaven's 24th goal of the season. Shot from Kerr, yes we have! That surely will send Middlesbrough to Wembley. Listen to that crowd. A shot from outside the box, and Spink was unsighted.
The celebrations followed. So did a 2-2 draw at Bournemouth. Tony Mowbray 1, Bernie Slaven the other. Borough unbeaten in 5, their best for over 2 years. Suddenly thoughts of Wembley though. Concentration drifted. Defeats at Oxford and Brighton, and another at home to West Ham.
Robson going forward. Keane will try the shot, and he does so. It wasn't a bad effort either. And nicely turned away by Stephen Pears. Slater wants it to feet. Dix inside to Bishop. And Bishop gets it out to Robson in the end. Paris did well, that ball was behind him. Dix with a shot. Oh, that's a cracking shot. A chance here must be, yes! Allen scores. What tragedy that is for Stephen Pears, because he made a tremendous save from that shot from Julian Dix.
It was now another disturbing slump. Defeat against Watford, it would have meant the bottom 4. Simon Coleman's goal was the only bright moment. Not that Borough didn't have their chances in front of the 14,000 crowd. Stuart Ripley gets a second chance for the right-wing cross, and as it drops, Mark Brennan really should have done better with that one. At the other end, though, from Glyn Hodges' cross, just watch for Stephen Pears' save here. Wilkinson's shot, and Pears hurts himself down at the foot of the post. Again, Watford are unlucky. David Holdsworth crushes one against the bar, and finally it's scrambled away. Middlesbrough came back to create another one. Bernie Slavin's tenacity wins it. Ripley, and that's not too far away. Into the second half, and Middlesbrough finally got one on target. And it was the unlikely Coleman who broke the deadlock. Tony Coton beaten by a swerving deflection. 9 minutes later, though, Watford were back level as referee Danson plays a curious advantage. Hodges is tripped there, the linesman flags, play on, says the ref, and finally awards the penalty as Wilkinson goes down in the box. Glyn Hodges strokes home the equaliser. And 14 minutes later, with Borough heads down, Watford's Gary Penrice on the right sets up the first move, and Glyn Hodges finishes it off. His second, Watford's second, and the points go back to Vicarage Road. Bruce Rioch left the club. A goalless draw at Hull welcomed Colin Todd. He was given another taste of the problems to come with another defeat at home to Blackburn. This was simply Middlesbrough's worst performance for some time. Simon Garner, Blackburn Rovers' highest ever scorer, doesn't miss those. On 10 minutes, Blackburn Rovers, chasing promotion yet again, were ahead. Middlesbrough might have had one. Bernie Slavin, looking for his 26th of the season, was unluckily foiled on the line. But Garner's striking partner, Andy Kennedy, was on hand to increase their lead. Garner set him up, and Kennedy finished it off. 8 minutes before the break, Blackburn Rovers were 2-0 up on their travels to the northeast. They continued to dominate the second half. It was no surprise, really, when Republic of Ireland international Kevin Moran headed home number 3 with 5 minutes remaining. Middlesbrough's best effort of the game came with just 3 minutes left on the clock. Proctor finds space, looks up, and also finds the post. 3 days later, a 2-1 defeat at Plymouth. A week later, Wembley had Spirit Razzmatazz and a 1-0 defeat by Chelsea. In the Zenith data, Tony Dorigo scoring the winner. Hearts were broken. A day was to be remembered. And on to the final 10 league games. Oldham were the next visitors, with Wembley also on their minds. They were Littlewood's Cup finalists. Midway through the first half, Borough had a corner. Brennan took it. Ian Baird heads back, and Bernie Slavin notches his 26th goal of the season in the 26th minute. A remarkable season for him. Irish recognition had now taken him onto the fringe of Jack Charlton's World Cup squad. A point at West Bromwich Albion hardly moved Borough towards safety though, and defeat at home to Port Vale took them straight back into trouble. This is one that Middlesbrough should have cantered. Peter Davenport setting up a typical chance. Bernie Slavin, and over the bar. Next, when the free kick is charged down, Phillips gets away down the left-hand side, crosses into the middle, and as Ian Baird heads back, Bernie Slavin puts Borough ahead. Port Vale protested, but the goal stands. 26 minutes gone on the clock. Again, Slavin strikes on that mark. But then at the other end, Alan Kernaghan gets himself in all sorts of trouble. Penalty, says the referee, for the push. This time Middlesbrough look to the linesman. But Lee Glover, that's a wretched 12-yard spot kick. Borough then can breathe again and still lead by a 1-0. 11 minutes into the second half, they increase their lead, but not until after this scare. Porter really should have done better with that. Then came the goal that settled Middlesbrough's nerves. Futcher, like Kernaghan, in all sorts of problems, and Davenport strokes home. 2-0 to Middlesbrough, surely on the way to another home win for Colin Todd. But a catalogue of defensive errors let them down. Penalty again. Would Lee Glover get it right a second time? No mistakes. 2-1, 74 minutes gone. And 3 minutes later, it was all square. Beckford, 2-2. And with just a minute to go, as Brighton did earlier on in the season, Port Vale got an important last-minute strike. Darren Beckford second, and Port Vale win by 3-2. Ian Baird, with just 1 goal in 12, was finding settling in difficult. Stoke City took a 4th point from Borough this season in a 0-0 draw at the Victoria Ground. In mid-April, Baird and Slaven finally combined on the score sheet against Bradford City. 2 goals in 3 minutes midway through the first half did the trick. Stephen Pearce, long kick out. Peter Davenport's after it. And Bernie Slavin is on hand yet again for his 28th goal of the season. And don't forget, Middlesbrough was struggling. 3 minutes later, Ian Baird finally endeared himself to the Ayresome Park fans. A surging run. He looks there, and again. 24 minutes gone. Middlesbrough were 2-0 up, and that was enough. 3 of the last 5 games were at home. Borough 3 from bottom, looking favourites to survive. But then misery. First at Leicester, a 2-1 defeat. Another goal for Bernie Slavin, though. And then more woe at home to Ipswich in midweek, despite Baird again finding the net. This time the former Leeds and Portsmouth striker broke from the right-hand side. 11 minutes gone. His eye for goals certain once more. Borough 1-0 up, but again incapable of holding on to a lead. Ipswich, still technically in the hunt for promotion playoff points, stage a second-half comeback. 56 minutes gone, a long throw, Middlesbrough panic, and David Lowe cannons in the equaliser. And within 7 minutes, Borough heads were down. Louis Donowa, at the top of your picture, gets involved again. The ball breaking luckily for Ipswich as he stumbles. Simon Milton, 2-1. 3 games left. Away at promotion chasing Swindon, Bernie Slavin got his 30th of the season and a precious point. Only Middlesbrough's 13th away point of the season. Their travelling form had cost them dearly. And so on to the home game against relegation-threatened Barnsley. Smith's 39th minute header sent the points back to Oakwell for Barnsley. They were safe. It brought another defeat for Middlesbrough. And it meant they had to win on the last day at home to Newcastle to avoid relegation to the 3rd division of the Football League, just 3 years after leaving it. Newcastle's First Division chances now all but blown. Borough were finally saved at the death.
The Borough forwards. Kernigan in a little bit of trouble. Snapshot, oh! Snapshot came in there. Crashed against the stanchion behind. Christensen again. With Aris in Danish side. Brock with a shot, oh, and over the top. He was given too much room there. So we continue now through Paul Kerr. That's a good cross from Kerr. Slaven's there. Oh, he's hit the post, it's there! A goal! The deadlock's broken. A combination of Paul Kerr and Bernie Slaven. And that's what the fans think of that. Here it is, a good cross this from Kerr. Burridge is beaten, the shot goes in off the post and then curls back into the net. Anderson, oh, a bad one there. Slaven getting in behind, he's taken it away from Burridge, and it's a goal! Baird the scorer. Marksman notches a second here for Middlesbrough. 65 minutes gone. It's Middlesbrough 2, Newcastle United 0. Anderson here in trouble. Not a good header from him. Slaven gets in on it. Burridge can't get possession. And Slaven just rolls it across for the simplest of goals by Ian Baird. And that is 8th league goal of the season. So Brock with the free kick. Touched by Owen McGee. Oh, it's in! I think it's an own goal by Owen McGee, although he didn't really have much control of the situation. The ball struck at him, deflected past Stephen Pearce. You see that again. Brock fires it in. Yes, it came off McGee. Nobody else touched it. Baird shoots. Oh, what a goal! A tremendous finish there by Ian Baird. Oh, we'll see that one again. He completely outstripped the defenders there. The ball played over the top. Bernie Slaven as always in support. Baird racing on. Hits it with that left foot from about 14 yards. And really, Burridge had no chance whatsoever. It's a stop. Free kick then. Given away by Anderson. Shot coming in. Oh, from Proctor. There's a shot from Slaven. It's a goal! Right on the 90-minute mark here. Tremendous shot from Proctor. Hit the post. Winds this up from 20 yards. Cuts against Burridge's post, and Slaven's the man who reacts first to round off the scoring surely in this game. It's Middlesbrough 4, Newcastle United 1.
Bernie Slavin with 32 goals, Ian Baird with 4 in the last 6 had saved Middlesbrough, a season which ended on a knife edge after the promise of an immediate return to the top flight. It brought a taste of Wembley and a new manager. It was to bring World Cup honours for Bernie Slavin. It brought drama and excitement. And in the end, after 3 topsy-turvy seasons, finally a little bit of stability on which to build for the future.
How many have I done now?
Two.
Two, okay. Just keep me on track because I'm not very good.